The Ism Podcast. You feel me? Another episode, another day, another dollar. You
Yep.
feel me? Back at it. Marco Belli in the building.
Yep.
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, some things have definitely taken in place and transpired these past week or so. I wanted to start with Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump, the 46th or 47th
I think 46 president.
46th president.
No.
You know, I'm saying the WWE connoisseur, the entertainer, the actor, all of the
What was
above.
the show
Man.
he was on?
Shark Tank.
No, the other one. It was kind of like Shark Tank.
Damn, you're right. It was like you're fired, you're next, or something like that.
Yeah, you're next.
Something like that. He's like, Mr. Grab.
Mr. What?
You seen that?
Seen what?
Mr. Grab him by the pussy. That's what he said.
Oh, that's freaking funny as hell.
Yeah, bro.
Isn't that so funny? Like how they when that came out, everybody went crazy, dude.
Bro, to this day, people are like, that's the only reason why I don't like him. Like, which I get.
If you know that you have bad thoughts, or like most people, like no one's perfect. Like, why do we hold the president to such? I mean, obviously, I get it, but it's like, it's still unrealistic because you have to be realistic.
It is, man.
It's like, dude, he's just a man.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? But he is. I tell you this, man. He is so. What's the word? He is so out there and vulgar.
I don't think it's vulgar. Why do you think it's vulgar? I think it's vulgar compared to other politicians.
Yeah, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you never really seen a president be like this. So just saying whatever that comes to his mind, even though he's probably holding back too.
He definitely is holding back. Yeah, he definitely is holding back.
Yeah, but they never really seen that. You know what I'm saying? They seen always it's either someone that's kind of proper and what I'm saying, that everything politics rhetoric. But he just say it, man. He just say it like it is, man.
And then people like it.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he got I think $2 million right after he got arrested. Like, donated.
Really? Donation? Yeah. Oh yeah, man. The white people be showing out for the people, bro. The white people be showing out for the
I think it's a lot more than white people, bro. I think America likes him. They like him more than Biden.
I could agree.
Yeah, they like him.
Yeah. Because I mean, someone could argue that he still lost, but we know that whole thing with the ballots and the counting and the counterfeit shit.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit, a lot of shit was faked. And
dude, he was Biden was here in Connecticut, in West Hartford, and he was like before he left, he was like, God bless the Queen, and something else, and like the Queen is dead.
Really, bro? Look,
she died. Remember,
bro? I know. He is mentally gone.
Yeah, but it feels like it's on purpose, bro. Like, I don't feel like he can't be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like either that's a robot or it's like
yeah.
There's no way the answer is like he's literally we have an old guy that's like that fucked up as a president. I don't believe that.
If I had to guess, bro, I think he's a clone. If I had to
guess, I honestly think everybody, like even Trump, like they're all like I feel you get to a point where you get cloned.
Yeah.
Like even Putin and all that. Like you see videos of of Putin before, and he just looks different. The shit he said. It's like they just hit a level or something where I don't know, they just get too much influence or something.
Yeah. No, bro, if you analyze a lot of these conflicts, bro, there's funding both sides. You know what I'm saying? There's
what do you
funding.
mean? Yeah, from the people or like what do you mean?
From these governments, from these agencies, from the UN. You know what I'm saying? You got like a couple years ago, America was, riding for Russia. You know what I'm saying? Now they're riding for Ukraine. Like they're always playing both sides, man. You know what I'm saying? So this shit's all scripted, bro. All scripted. That's what I think.
You know what's funny, dude? Talking about like donating to stuff. I'm trying to find this link I saw about like that came out from from Fox that their workers are like encouraged to support LGBT organizations.
Wait, workers? The government?
No, people that work for Fox News.
Really?
Fox Corp encourages employees to support LGBT organizations, uses woke AI to monitor employees.
Really
come on,
now?
Bro.
Really now? They're actually encouraging. They're getting like ads and like what? How do you think it's working? Do you think?
I think they just tell them like, hey, just donate some of your money or your paycheck to this. Like they probably get like a good like a hard recommendation.
Paycheck. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
bro. That's crazy, bro. Support
one another.
Yeah.
And it gives you so there's like the Trevor Project, the National Center of Transgender Equality, Rainbow Railroad,
How
Ally,
dare they? Are you
Forney
serious?
Center, the Los Angeles
Rainbow
LGBT. Yeah. Do you know, bro? Do
Railroad?
you know about now that it's today's Juneteenth? Do you know about the Rainbow Coalition?
No, no. I don't know
I
that.
think I think it was basically like when the Black Panthers was like, let's help all of us. Let's help everybody. Like
Okay.
not just black people, basically, which
Right.
eventually ended up being the demise and shit.
Right.
But it's funny because
Ah,
now that the
interesting.
rainbow is like now LGBTQ.
All right. Wait. So
Yeah.
they created that? They started with that
Yeah. Let me see. Let me
symbology.
see if I can pull it up. Yeah. It's
So
called
really,
Rainbow Coalition.
bro, everything they do, man, is it's crazy, man. It's like they're laughing in our face type shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
why you think? What is this month, bro? Pride.
Pride, exactly.
And then why would you put one of the most important like holidays this month? Like, do you
Mhm.
know, bro? Do you know what Juneteenth
June,
is?
June, June. Yeah, it's when the slaves realized that they're free. No,
Yes, when they got.
the
I think it's either when they got free. I think it's when the day they got free. Like the first day they weren't slaves. I guess something like that.
okay.
Yeah, but that's like amazing, and it's
Yeah,
like you're gonna make that you're
that
gonna put
Pride
that
Month.
right on.
Oh yeah, it's everything is symbology, man. Symbology. It's it's what's the word? It's ritual shit. It's ritual shit, really. You know what I'm saying? All this energy going to this LGBTQ type shit, and then at the same time, it was also the same point that where black people were supposedly free, and obviously that comes with a lot of
Look at this, homie.
you know, wow, the
That's so
National
nice.
Rainbow Coalition. Saying, man, the thought process is it's ideal, but it's not
It
realistic.
is very ideal, but this is the end goal.
Hmm.
But it's like
Which
we're
it
extremely
can
far from that.
it can happen.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
we're like
Right. Very
first we
far
need to get
removed.
to.
Like, we gotta
Bro, do
get.
you think I was listening. I'm gonna send it to you because it was a great interview. Umar, he had like a heated debate with this other guy on a podcast. It was very, very good though. Um, but they were talking about. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. What were we just talking about? Something about black people.
Rainbow inclusive.
Coalition.
Dr. Umar talking about
Dang,
interview. No way you forgot that.
I
No way.
really did. Because I'm like, there's no way I was gonna bring up the argument what they were arguing about. They were arguing about something about accountability, but it was something else in the interview
Hmm.
that Umar said. Dang, it'll come
Hmm.
back to me.
Okay. I know you have some questions though. You
Oh,
can
I
go
do.
for it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The people were definitely probably thinking I'm like a fat or something.
Facts.
Because my questions they're like well thought
Investigating
out
that.
and shit.
Investigative report.
Yes, sir. What do I want to hit Mark with now? Okay. What do you think white people tell their kids about black people and the situation they're in?
Hmm.
When they're always on the news, or if they see them on the street, or things you see on Twitter.
That's such a good question, bro. If
It is, man.
okay, well, let me ask you this: have you had any really
Yeah, he
close
can't
white
answer the
friends?
question.
No,
Imagine.
no. Like, have you had any really close white friends? Oh, I
um.
guess, but
Yeah, you know
no,
him, the one
yeah,
you met.
yeah.
We weren't
He
OD
don't.
close.
Yeah, he don't count though. He don't count.
The other one, the one that stabbed this girl. But we wasn't. I mean, we were close. Then I don't know how close we were though. We would hang out maybe every weekend. We'd go out,
Mhm.
but it was him, me, and another friend. We'd all go out to
Right,
eat and stuff. It was it was more of a coworker, and
right.
eventually he stopped being his friend. But
So, did they have anyone that you talked to about black people? Like, this someone
about
gave
black
me.
people, no. I
Yeah.
was
Okay.
not that conscious to even like think. I thought everybody loved each other at that time. I was like, no,
Right.
none of us are racist.
Right.
I was. I remember. I literally remember like when I first started the job I work at now, talking to my boss. Who's
I
just
get it.
he has so much
Mhm.
wisdom, dude.
So you mean the very first?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking about like white privilege and things like that, and I was like, yeah, and we were talking about it, and he was just telling me about white privilege, and I was like, yeah, but I just don't really like thinking that way. Like, and he looked at me and he was like, it doesn't matter like how you think
Hmm.
or whatever, like that's like what it is. And I was like,
Hmm.
nah, I'm not gonna think that because I'm not gonna think, oh, I can't be shit or do shit because like these people in suits happen to be this skin color and all
Hmm.
this. I just
Hmm.
and to a point, to an extent, it's kind of like you shouldn't really think like that. Even if it's
Hmm.
true, like there is like freedom in fantasy. Sometimes you'll get to the goal. Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, so I guess to answer the question, I'm trying to answer.
Hold on, you should be. I don't know why you're asking me this because where you came from, bro. Like you were around none, but like white people, right or no?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they're not gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell me. And we also, yeah, no, it's true. But at the same time, I only really started having that conversation to like high school. And I had one white friend, bro. Still has never crossed me to this day. Cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He wrote out like he beat him and my other friend. They beat up some dude for a white dude for saying the N-word. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you told me this, yeah.
Yeah, they they messed him up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like any white dude around me, they had to be, they were put onto game in some type of way or shape or form.
Oh, this is what Umar said. My bad. I forgot again. No, but he was talking about because one of the guys asked him about like, oh, is dating only in your race racist? And Umar said, no, that's race loyalty.
Wait, yeah.
So I bring that up when we were talking about the Rainbow Coalition because it's like I feel like we should only be about our people and then do that. But it's like some people perceive that as racist, being only about our people.
Right.
But it's
right.
like no, I think it's just loyalty to our people more than that.
Yeah, there's nothing, bro. Look, minority. No, I'll say specifically black because Spanish people do this all the time, actually. But only black people think it's racist to be.
That's what he was talking about too.
Yeah,
yes, that's why.
people.
Yeah, they literally had that conversation. Yeah.
I mean, you go to any black, not anyone, but you go to most black people, and they say, "What about helping just black people?" They're gonna say, "Man, let's help everyone. All lives matter." Type. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Everyone may not need the same help we do. We're not talking about fuck everyone else. That's not what we're saying. But we're saying let's focus on ourselves.
Now
first.
that which is scary, bro, because that means they don't know the severity of like the current situation.
Bro, I've come to learn this, man. Most people, bro, they don't even have this thought. They don't even go into it at all, man.
So, Mark, so now would you say this is my other question? So, bro, do you think black people are closer to slavery or getting out of slavery right now? And I mean, when I'm talking about slavery, I have to preface this not like the transatlantic slave trade, just like mental slave, this shit.
Mental slavery.
You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of are slaves with this, bro. Like Umar was saying, like Umar and Charleston White were saying, he's like black people. He was like, black people don't even know about Bitcoin or anything. He's like, we're lost. He's like, we're fucked or whatever. Slaves because they get paid off for this, and we don't even know how to fix this or do anything on this.
Okay,
it's a lot. It's a lot of shit. What do you think about it? And that doesn't even only apply to black people, but that's what they said.
Right. This is why, because Charleston White continues to do the same shit. He continues to generalize so much shit. Yes, he has a point, but he overgeneralizes. Okay, I know plenty of white people that don't know what about Bitcoin.
But no, Mark, do you think he's generalizing or just talking about? Do you think he's generalizing, or do you think it's
tough love? He's doing tough love because remember you showed me a video where he's saying, black men decide to go away. You know what I'm saying? That is a small percentage of, especially in that 60s era. Bro, I know listen, the prototype of the black family was on TV at that time as well. The prototype was a black man, black woman, and kids. And the dude was there. You know what I'm saying? But like we always say, the negative always overshadows the positive. So you have a population of black men that either one, A, left, did some wild shit, or two, were kicked out because of maybe not kicked out, but not encouraged to be in the life because of the welfare shit, right? So that overshadows a lot because we can't just discredit all the strong black.
Definitely not.
I feel like Charleston White does that a lot. But it is tough love because that message it should wake up some people, because if he goes and say, look, we're not that bad, people are not going to listen as much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I'm getting at, bro, and I feel like I feel like I'm already kind of going to answer it by asking it, especially because we've already like talked about this. But I feel like how do I ask this? Like, do you think okay, like, do you think like the black people that are like shown on like Twitter and like just doing all that crazy shit and Walmart and all that, you don't think that they're the majority, right?
Not at all, man.
Okay, so now that goes back to my question, Mark. So, do you think black people are closer to slavery? I'm getting at like mental slavery, or just being fucked up and not what they should be, or not that? Like they're actually
Okay, you know
advancing.
that's a very highly advanced question because it has many parts. But I will say honestly, bro, we're getting closer to mental slavery because when we came out of slavery, right? This is Juneteenth. We came out of slavery, and if you fast forward, 40 years, right? 40 to 60 years. You go to the 1920s. We had black businesses, black cities, black
Um,
corporations, bro, black LLCs. All this shit
we
was
have Black Wall
black.
Street.
Black Wall Street, black leagues. You know what I'm saying? The Negro League. I'm so basketball leagues. You know what I'm saying? Baseball leagues. We had all that shit. But since they saw that shit was flourishing, they said, "Oh no, we're not having that. Bomb the cities, put all their leaders in jail, COINTELPRO, right?" And that brings us to today, where we have no one to really look up to.
What do you think is the latest attack to black people that has been by the government after COINTELPRO?
Mm,
I know they passed some laws, and we do need to talk about that. Remember, bro? But didn't Biden pass some laws for black people after the George Floyd killing?
what was it? I think
I
it might have been
forgot. It had to do
something.
something with cops. Something with cops, like they can't do like it was something.
Really?
Yeah,
I know. Well, I know one where if you like call on a call the police on a black person like doing nothing, you can get charged or something like that. Like I
nice.
know there might be some shit like that. I don't know if
That's
that's what we're
nice.
talking about.
Isn't that sad
Yeah,
that yet that has to
yeah,
be a law?
bro. Right, right.
I'm
Like you
sorry.
know,
That is
but you know what? It's
jeez, dude.
damn, bro. I keep cutting out.
You do,
But
yeah.
but Emmett Till, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was obviously the biggest case, but there's been many, bro. Now that we have the internet, you know what I'm saying, we're able to see more so
But I'm
people
saying, bro,
doing
like,
this
what was
shit.
like the last attack towards black people that
Yeah,
was like?
right,
I
right.
mean, but you know what? It's like there hasn't been any threat for them to attack. Am I wrong?
Nothing, nothing really organized like that. Nothing really organized like that. Like
I
if
think
there's
after the
anything,
Black Panthers, bro, it took a lot of like courage out of people. They were like,
yeah,
ah, it's
man,
like
yeah,
seeing your
because
superhero die. It's like, no, they
bro,
got Huey, they got all
exactly,
of them.
bro. They got everyone and locked them up. You know what I'm saying? This isn't no regular. Oh, one person gets put in jail. The whole thing was dismantled from within out. It was it was implosion. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's like, Mark, it's like, what do you expect really when it's like you're building in the enemy's backyard?
That's right.
Like, and I have no right to say this. I'll just ask you this, but do you think black people need to leave
No,
and
bro,
just
we can't.
build somewhere
No,
else? Bro, because
no,
how are you gonna build here? You know
bro.
what I'm getting at, bro?
Yeah, I
Like
get
you're
what you're
building,
saying.
like, bro. If I mean, I already told you and that also has to do with not getting smoked. Because, bro,
Mm-hmm.
most of these people, bro, Tupac, all of them,
They
if they
stay.
would have just left,
Yeah,
you know how easy it is for them people to find you here and
yeah.
where they're from,
Okay,
with the
so where do you?
technology, all that.
Okay, okay. So where do you suggest they go?
Anywhere but here, honestly.
But where else is better? Not even better, but
Because
where else is even remotely, maybe slightly better than America for Black people?
I feel like anywhere, because look at the history. Anywhere that doesn't have the history of like, oh, you guys like fucked this up for 400 years. Anyone that
Okay,
doesn't have that history.
okay. I get what you're saying, but name a place if you can. Place anywhere that
Okay,
you
what
think.
about Africa? Like
Yeah,
South Africa?
Africa. Where in Africa, right? Where in Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, apartheid, Nelson Mandela shit, where they already had that shit lasted longer in South Africa than the States. What's the word? What's that thing called? Um,
Apartheid?
no, yeah, apartheid, but what's that thing separate? You know when they have like
Segregation?
segregation? Yeah, that
Okay.
shit was that shit ended in the 90s.
Oh, so they were way back
Yeah,
then. Oh,
they're not
Mark, so
they're old.
what the fuck is good with people now? What's up with the people and the
And and
motherland?
and even if they go to Africa, you already know France specifically gets like $500 billion a year from like a couple countries in that. Like they're already like and
Mark,
then you gotta
What if they went to the islands only?
that's
Like
yeah,
Haiti and Jamaica, they went to Puerto Rico. Well, even though Puerto Rico is America.
right, but
They
then
went to Haiti,
no,
Jamaica,
right,
San
no, look,
Andreas in
yes,
Colombia.
it sounds great, but then now you got to worry about the people already there. Are they gonna be happy about it? Are they
It
doing
is
it
if you're
right?
like, we're here to build.
True, And that sounds great, and it is great,
I'm
right?
just saying, bro. It
No,
just
no, I
feels like
get you,
a
bro.
futile battle.
I get you, bro.
Doing it here, they
Right,
don't love you. They're gonna,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel,
There's more of them here. I would only say stay if there was more black people than like not black people. Then I'd be like,
mhm.
okay, you just gotta like change the mind.
Right, right, right. And
But
but okay.
what do you think, bro? If you were like the leader, if you were like
Mhm.
like if you were like, yeah, basically the leader, and like all black people are listening to you, and they're like, what do we do, Mark? What are you saying? Do we leave? Do we stay?
Well,
Do
I'll
we
say
fight?
this. I'll say this. We don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't run. Some people's gonna have to die. And when I say that, I mean dudes on the other side. Because you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it is an infrastructure. But look, man, you gotta do some hidden stuff. This is what the world's been based on. It's never been the masses knowing knowledge, bro. It has never been like that. Always in history, there's been a small amount of people controlling the information,
So
controlling
then,
things.
Mark, could you say that even with Egypt though, or no?
Yeah, yeah,
So
because
you think there wasn't an advanced
they
civilization? It was just an advanced group of
look,
little.
look, and I'm glad you said that because I remember earlier you asked me, or days ago you asked me, like, okay, were they worshiping idols? Were they doing this? Were they doing
Oh,
that?
well,
Right?
yeah. What were they
Or
like?
were
Yeah,
they
what was their religion or their
right?
thing?
Right.
You know.
So the thing is, the priests.
Matter
The
of fact, I have a better question. So you could answer. Hold on.
if my
What is
mic
your
goes,
definition, if you have one, of having a personal relationship with God or the Creator?
okay, if
Yes.
my mic goes off, just let me know. I'll
Okay.
switch it.
Okay. But
Um.
basically, that question pertaining to Egypt, like, what was there? Did they have a personal? Just how did they?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Okay. So one thing we have to realize, right, is in Egypt. Okay, so basically, bro, every culture, every part of the earth has a certain mythology, right? Everyone, the Native Americans, the South
Now, what is
Americans,
mythology, bro? Like,
mythology is simply describing the prime. And I'm getting this. Well, I'm getting some of it from the video, the debate, but the primal, um, primal energy or primal. What's the word, bro?
want me to look it up or
I'm saying like primal
instinct?
Mother Nature, essentially. Mother Nature, and it's pretty much putting it in a story where it's explaining it in a way that humans grasp it better, or it's easier to tell it this way,
Okay, we should go with
right?
that one because if you want to go with the like the Oxford Dictionary, it says a collection of myths, especially one belonging to a particular religious or cultural tradition. The second one is a set of stories or beliefs about a particular person, institution, or situation, especially when exaggerated or fictitious. And the other one is the study of myths.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think my my definition is better. I think it defines it better. Obviously, those ones you could also justify those ones as well. But I
Would
think,
you
yeah,
think they're myths, bro, or no?
I tell this to everyone, bro. Whenever they ask me about my shit, right? I say whenever you
My shit is myths.
my
Because
thing is,
a
right,
myth is it could be true,
right.
right?
Well, but here's the thing, right? When you learned in high school about Zeus and Prometheus and Poseidon, did you think it was history?
Yes, I think I did at the time. I think I did at the time. Yeah, yeah.
You thought
Why
it was history.
is that uncommon?
It's in because when I learned it,
Yeah, I
like,
didn't think it was not mystical. I was like, oh, these are people that were like I thought it was like Egyptians. Like I used to always think Egyptians were just like advanced like super people. Just mega.
mhm,
I just
the
thought
powers and all that stuff.
yeah. So I thought
Okay,
Greeks are just like these people that we just don't have them powers anymore. Like that's
okay.
just what I
I
thought.
mean, well, that's closer to the truth, in my opinion. But when I was learning it, right, I didn't think this shit actually took place. I thought it was actual just mythologies, stories. I didn't know they had any significance,
It's
right?
really,
Back in the
bro.
day.
That's interesting to think about because it's hitting me like, why did they even teach us that? What use does that have? Because if it's
Well,
not, or if there's a lot of confusion whether if it was truth or not, why is that being taught in
well,
history?
right. Well, that's what you could. That's a good question. But the thing about it is, they're highly advanced. I'm saying stories, really,
Do you think they're
because
allegories? Is that
yeah,
what you're getting at?
yeah,
Okay,
they're allegories. They describe scientific and chemical
they do.
alchemical breakdowns of the earth, of the creation story. Because even in the Greek mythology, right, Chronos which is the father of Zeus, Zeus kills him, right? And also kills the Titans, right? Once he kills the Titans, he creates humans out of the material.
Oh,
right?
whatever like that was left.
Right, whatever that was left. And he creates humans out of them. Once he creates those humans, he gets jealous, which is why why it's said in the Bible that he's a jealous God. He gets jealous because material is actually higher than him because his parents were created first. His parents were here first.
Mm-hmm.
So because he was able to kill his parents and put them in a human form, he's jealous because he knows they have the completed substance versus him because he was created halfway.
Why do you think he would kill his parents, though, bro?
You know what? I don't
That's
know.
the story I want to find. I just want to find that story because that sounds like it's the root of your thing or that belief system.
In the story, I'm pretty sure Kronos tries to actually eat him first, and he ends up killing Kronos. I believe. People can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's how the story goes. That Kronos actually tries to eat him, but Zeus gets to him first, pretty much, right? That's just. But again, that's only something to describe a chemical breakdown of something that happens with humans.
I see what you're getting
You see
at.
what I'm saying? Because what do I usually say this, now you've heard me say this before. I think we are God, but we are God split up into a bunch of different crystals. And each one of us are connected, but we're just having our own specific individual experience.
Yeah, the human experience.
But we're all connected though. It's just like a network of computers. We're all connected. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we're thinking this shit is real when everything really is a connection.
Yeah,
we're all connected. This shit really not happening like that. Not to say that this it's I'm going over. Look, this shit's happening, but it's not the way we're thinking it's happening. That's what I believe. But yeah, but that's the thing. It's the mythology because if you think about it, right, so you have Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
You also have Heru, right? You have Krishna. You have myth, and they all have similar stories.
Yeah.
So and you know what I'm saying? You go into the Aztec thing. They have Quetzalcoatl, same Jesus story. You know what I'm saying? You go to I don't know the Australian one, but you go to the Native Americans. They have the same Jesus figure. They also have the Osset and Osiris figure, mother, father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Every religion, every culture has that. And so, in my personal opinion, when you get religions, it's simply the remnants of the actual mythologies, and they put it into a moralistic thing. Because I know it sounds fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but
it just sounds like a lot of work, bro. Like, it sounds like some like a lot of shit that just had like that was like whoever's like handpicking doing this, you know, because whoever if it's true what you're saying, like they left fragments in each like thing. It sounds like it's on purpose. Like it was what's the word? Like planned or whatever. It's not like by accident. Like by accident we just left all the shit in there. No, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, it just sounds like I'm not saying I'm not like
I know what you're saying.
I'm not like discrediting it. It's just like if it's true, it sounds like it's so much shit.
Right. Well, it's prophecy,
like,
man.
damn.
It was prophetic that black people were going to be enslaved. It was prophetic that we were going to forget who we were. They say, even though I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I use the Bible when I like to use it, really, because it does have truth in it. Because it says in the Bible that you will be.
Isn't that so weird, dude? Because I agree with you. I mean, in the Quran, it says like, I mean, we're supposed to like study the Bible and like the Torah, but it's like
fragments of it.
Yes,
not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
Right, because there's so much.
Yeah, there's just so much put in and put out of it, but it's interesting. Like, how could the book be reliable and unreliable? That's so interesting, bro.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
It has prophecy in it, and then also in it, right? But man, you know, obviously I don't know the Torah from in and the Torah. I don't know the Quran from in and out. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I did. But everything has good, everything has bad. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a little, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Bit of darkness in it. Everything has a little bit of lightness in it. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing about it is moralism isn't spirituality, because good things happen to bad people all the time. Bad things happen to good people all the time as well. Sorry, good things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people all the time. So if we use our minds and by using evidence, and we see, not to say we should be bad, that's not what I'm saying, because by nature we want to do good things, we want to help people, we want to, you know, see people flourish. But if we use our analyzing and evidence skills and we see a bunch of bad things happening to good people, the ones that are you know what I'm saying, preaching Jesus Christ, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, all these religious facts, and all these, you know, even again, even saying Muhammad and this and that, you know what I'm saying? If we see bad things happen to them, but we see the good stuff happening to the bad people, killing people, poisoning people. I'm not saying we should do that by any means.
But wouldn't you say, okay, so it sounds like they have also power too. That's just
They're
bad. Because what's protecting them?
they're exact. See, that's the question. That's glad. Look, they're tapping in to the real, in my personal opinion, the real magic. Because
now, bro, but now it sounds like, because on the last episode or whatever, remember I said that if we all had that, we don't think we'd all be doing bad shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be like, it would just be a free for all or whatever. And you were like, no, I think what you said was that, like, oh no, we're all like inherently good.
Hold on. Please say that again. It cut out.
Okay. So you're saying like they have that stuff, but they tapped into the magic. So that's what I was getting at last time, bro. If like magic is just it, I don't even know what point I'm making, but just respond to whatever the fuck I'm saying. But it's just the fact that, bro, it seems like a free for all, because some people could do good with it and bad with it. Okay. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yes.
What happens to the look? Because you use the word free for all. What happens in nature? What happens to the small bug?
It's a free for all.
It's free for all.
It is.
Who gets their head taken off?
But it's not a free for all where it's like controlling masses.
No.
Or damaging masses. You know what I'm saying? It's like more personal.
Right.
Which it kind of is here already.
But that comes with our intelligence, because we're so intelligent, right? That's gonna just, you get what I'm saying? I get you. But I think that comes with the fact that our brains are fucking, you know, time, you know what I'm saying, like crazy supercomputers.
Bro, so what do you think about, like, because we're both gonna have to read this shit, but what do you think about like the Kabbalah and stuff like that? Like, do you think, because it has like a lot of what I would perceive as like witchcraft or just like crazy shit or whatever. Yeah, for me, I'm like, that's the bad magic.
Right. You know? Right. Well, what exactly though? Because I know about
I told you, and it doesn't even sound bad. Like the result, but I guess getting to it was bad. Like, remember how I told you, like, in the Babylonian Talmud or whatever. Oh, there's like a scripture or whatever. Where you get a cat, you kill the cat, and you burn it, turn it into ashes, and then with those ashes you put them in your eyes, and then you can see in like the spirit world. The spirit world, that sounds cool, but it's like, this shit is like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Okay.
Because that shit sounds like it could really happen. Like, if I go and did it with that book, it sounds like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
It seems authentic, you know.
This is very controversial, right? Because I agree that kind of sounds crazy, but
do you know about the Talmud?
You told me about it. I think I've heard about it before. You told me more about it. But my response to that is, right, the Talmud. Okay, I know more about the Kabbalah.
Okay, well, it comes from it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes from it, you know.
The Kabbalah, there's two Kabbalahs, actually. There's one Kabbalah for the
There's two Talmuds as well. What is the Babylonian one, and I think the one from Jerusalem. I think, yeah. But there's definitely two, though.
Interesting, because Babylon. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. But there's two, right? One of them is for the white boy, pretty much. The other one has Doth. Is the one on the top that you probably backwards. I'm saying melanin, because they don't the magical certain, so that I'm getting a lot of the shit I'm saying is actually coming from the spirit right now, bro. It's coming from the soul. But
your tuition,
right? The shit, sometimes the shit just flows.
Yeah.
But would it make sense, because if energy cannot be created or destroyed, that because they don't have the melanin, which is pure creation, carbon, we're carbon-based beings, 666, you know what I'm saying, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, 6 protons, you know what I'm saying? So since they don't have that flowing through their brain, it's calcified. They don't have, because that's pure energy, right? Maybe they have to transfer energy from killing dead things, killing goats, killing cats. And essentially that is the offering they give to create the energy to do whatever to do the magic.
So then, what would you say about like the black people that do that as well, like sacrificing and things like that, or like that things we hear about, at least like in voodoo and things like that?
We hear more so about them because most of the shit that I've heard, you know, honestly, the most of the shit I've heard, honest to God, but I have when I was growing up, I did hear things, but now the shit I've been learning, they don't really sacrifice much thing. Like I don't really know anything that you really sacrifice.
I just know I studied like voodoo for like a little bit last, I think a week or two ago, and I'm gonna see if I can pull up the quote. I think I sent it to you. It's just it just seems, bro, like something you have to be super. I mean, obviously, you just gotta be super fucking careful with it. Like it seems like a not a double-edged sword. You just gotta know how to grab it. You gotta grab that shit from the middle. For real, because let me see if I can pull this up. But I was reading this article about this girl who okay, here. Most Africans today will agree with this definition and even label all African spiritual practices as satanic, while there are indeed many frightening spirits in voodoo, that is voodoo, adeti, voodoo, sakat, pata, and nukpi. There are no spirits that are inherently evil because they can all bring positive outcomes as well. As my voodoo priest father puts it, voodoo is like a knife. It can be used to do bad or good. It depends on the person. So that's just like, it's just interesting to me. Like, you gotta be just fucking careful with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, would you ever? And I don't even know if you'd say this on stream, but like, would you ever like, dive into this shit? Because how devout are you, or how much do you want to experiment, or like?
Honestly, bro, I've been getting some urges to try some of this shit. It's nothing crazy, you know. From again, people have the wrong.
I'm
idea.
surprised you don't, honestly.
I mean, I don't know.
But that I know, that I know of, bro. Like what you do is, and I know it's personal. I don't know if I should say, but like you like will pray to like ancestors sometimes.
I don't pray. I
or ask or talk to. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I demand some shit sometimes.
Okay.
I'd be demanding some shit, which I haven't done in a little bit. So I need to start doing that again. Really.
But, but do you do anything else? If you mind sharing.
Nothing yet. But I want to start pouring libations.
What's that?
Libations are essentially, you know how some people say they pour out liquor for someone.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's not the same thing, but it comes from libations, where you say an ancestor, you say a deity, and you pour out some water or liquor, and basically, you know, you say Ashe, which is like power.
I've heard Ashe a lot.
Ashe.
You say Ashe when someone passed away, right?
Maybe.
Like I've heard it used in that, like when they'll be like, "Oh, R.I.P." Like Ashe to the ancestor or whatever.
Yeah, it means like power to the ancestors, essentially.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's supposed to bring a lot of energy and power to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start doing that, libations.
Bro, would you say you're what's the word? What's the other word for skeptical? Not skeptical.
Agnostic?
Like no. Like not skeptical. What's it called, bro? Like you're like, oh, these are my lucky pants, dude. I know I won't.
Superstitious?
Yes.
Superstitious? Yeah, I am very.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah,
that's so interesting that you are.
Yeah, not the way probably people think, but like, you know, shit like I've told you this before.
I can't wear my red hat today.
I spoke.
No.
Yeah. No. Well, I'll try to give you an example. Like, you know, if I litter, I'm like, shit, no, something bad's gonna happen.
But that's not that though. That's more like your moral compass. That's more of like I shouldn't do that. Yeah. Superstition, I feel like like you hit your elbow or my ears ringing, someone's talking about me. That, you know, shit.
Okay, no, I'm not.
Or I found a penny, or you know, don't sweep my feet, you know, shit like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not really in that.
I wouldn't say you just have like
I'm paranoid.
That voice in your head, dude, which everyone should, because some people don't have that, and that's why they're out here doing wild shit.
True. I mean, you can look at it that way for sure. I'd look at it as because certain shit, like that was just a very vague example. I'm trying to give it another example that like some just wild shit I've done. Like I can't think of any, but some shit is like definitely paranoid. Like it should be like it's like shit that should not affect anyone.
So
but like I have to do it just so that I can fall asleep because I'm like
put in two condoms on.
Bro, certain shit. Fuck out of here. Certain shit, I'll like literally like be sleeping, or no, I'll be like really about to fall asleep, and like I know I didn't do some shit, and like I know I should do it, Like I can't go. I'll be awake for hours. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I
No
gotta do
way,
it. And then
really?
I'll fall asleep right after.
That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Yeah. Well, I mean, it can look.
It
It can look
sounds like
positive,
you.
man.
It sounds like you like. It sounds like productive.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a lot of
I mean, I bet you it was
positive.
never bullshit. Like it's never like, "Fuck, I can't sleep. I need to beat that level in Call of Duty." You
No.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
always like
Yeah.
I need to do this project
Well,
or that
except
shit.
that one time. No, I'm kidding.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But bro, like, so what do you think about like my friend's story that I told you about? That he had like, okay, so he started getting into the new age stuff, bro, and he was like getting into crystals, and he started doing the tarot cards,
Mm,
and it was to the point that he got to the point where he was about to make like an altar, things like that.
mm.
And he just started having nightmares and like the craziest nightmares. And the last one he had was like Krishna, like grabbed him up and his mom, and he said it was the most
Wow.
terrifying thing ever. And then he got out of Christianity and then into the New Age because he was like, that's bullshit.
Right.
And then in one of the dreams he
Okay.
said Jesus, and then like he woke up and then he became like a born again Christian, and he was like, yeah, never again. So it's like, what do you think, bro? Or like,
Is he black?
no, he's Puerto
What is-
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah. You
Okay.
about to call us monkeys too?
Yeah, I'll come from. No, I'm kidding. Man,
If that's what you think, that's what you think.
well, the point I was trying to make really is because and bro, a lot of times, bro, this type of energy will
Yeah.
scare people, right? But it's only scared because we're looking at it in a. It's only scared because we're looking at it with our with our three-dimensional. Well, not even that, but with our three-dimensional, which is kind of hard, obviously, not to. With our three-dimensional shit. Look, spirituality is scary. It can be, because you know what? Chaos. Spirituality is chaos. And if you don't know, it's not chaos. Doesn't mean go crazy. Don't chaos. I'll look up the definition of chaos right now. Chaos is what. Chaos is pretty much is what was before creation. Okay, so physics.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos is the formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. So picture like this, right? If we're in our three-dimensional bodies, right, and we see something that has been here before creation, our created three-dimensional body and eyes are going to see some crazy ass, scary ass shit, right? Because it's not in our three-dimensional wavelength, essentially. It's
kind of like if you were to see heaven or some shit.
Yeah,
You'd come back crazy.
Because, and that's why I don't believe nobody that say they've seen heaven, because your spirit would not be able to perceive it the same way your mind would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your mind. First of all, your brain is a physical thing. What's inside is what's really going to be carried away. If heaven is something you believe in, your soul is what's going to go. Your brain's not going to go. Your eyes aren't going to go. So what the fuck did you see it with?
Yeah.
You didn't hear shit because your shit that you heard came from your physical ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't really hear shit. You didn't really see.
So then, what do you think, bro? You hear in your dreams, like when you talk to people in your dreams, and things that when you sometimes even feel things in your dreams.
You do.
So what do you think that is? Like, what are you listening with?
Bro, you could be really. You could. I'm gonna ask you this as well. I think, bro, you're simply traveling. You're traveling to different dimensions. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I don't know if it's dimensions, because if it's dimensions, it's boring, because that means all the dimensions look like Earth and the same shit.
You know what?
I've never went to I never had a dream where it's like, oh, this shit looks like Tron.
Right. Well,
or this shit looks like,
The thing is
but I get what you're saying. Like
look,
and like another, like, are you getting at, bro? Like, if there's like a multiverse, do you believe in like the like if we have like an infinite?
I mean, that's
because you know what I'm saying. Like in another universe, maybe you could be the president, and you're saying maybe we dream in that universe.
It could be, though. It could be. I'm not specifically saying that, but that very well it could be. I was more saying dimensions are length, width, height. That's 3D. I think the fourth one is supposed to be time.
I see what you're getting at, Mark.
Right.
Damn.
So when you have a dream and some wild shit that could not exist in this dimension that we know as right now, that could be the fifth dimension. I don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? It could be the seventh dimension. There's supposed to be 11 that we know of.
I used to think, bro, like, and sometimes I have like this thought where it's like, I wonder if like when you die, it's like just that, a dream or something like that. Because the sleep is a cousin of death.
Yeah.
And if when you sleep, you see that, imagine when you just sleep forever.
And why does DMT flood your body when you die.
What I've heard, bro, that's like what helps you. That's what DMT is like. What helps you go to the afterlife. Have you heard the same? I think Joe Rogan said that. Like
That makes sense,
that's like the
though.
canon. That's like, oh shit, you're about to, you know.
That makes sense though.
It does because it's like as soon as you die.
Yeah, it's like almost a vector. Like
Yes, that.
it's bringing you somewhere.
It's fucking terrifying, dude.
But is it? I mean, is it though?
For me, yes,
Like-
it is.
like-
Even if, bro, even if it's like I know I'm about to go to heaven, it's still
Right.
scary to me. If
You're
I was to
scared about
see,
it.
I don't, because it's just something you don't see here. Maybe I'm just lighthearted. Who the fuck knows? But bro, if I was in heaven, and let's just say it's like the corny regular, like, oh, you see the golden gates, I'd be terrified. I had a dream. I don't think I told you this. Damn, bro, I had a lucid dream. Probably the most lucid dream I've ever had in my life. This is years ago. No, I don't think I met you yet. This was years ago. Bro, I had a dream that I was in like a house, and it was like an old school type of house, like made out of wood. Like the floors were out of wood. It was creaking, and it was like tall. It was like a tall house, and the whole thing was just made out of wood. Bro, and I opened the window, and it was like I was on clouds. Like I was like, holy shit! And I was like terrified. I'm like, how the fuck do I get out of here? I was like, oh my god. And then there was just like a chair or two, and the room was just empty. And then I saw this humongous fucking door. And something told me, if you open that door, you're gonna die. Like you're gonna go to heaven.
Really?
Yes. And I was terrified. I was like, nope, I'm not opening that shit.
No, you know, I don't want to go.
Yeah, because I'm like, even if it is heaven, I'm like, I don't want. I
not ready.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna see.
Right.
You know, like it's fucking scary. It's
That
so
is
yeah,
scary.
and I remember looking at the wooden door, and I grabbed the handle, and it was like metal, like bronze.
Oh, shit,
I
you
was
actually
like-
grabbed the door.
Yeah, because I was like tempted. I'm like, imagine if I got to, because I was looking at the clouds, and I'm like, imagine like what's the fuck is in front of this shit.
Mhm.
But I'm like, something told me, you open that door, you're gonna die. Like in my dream, like if I'm like, because I knew it was a dream. So
Mhm.
I'm like, if I open this, I'm gonna die in real life.
But what if dudes that have dreams like that, that's how they die in their sleep?
I believe so.
Could be.
I think so. That's such a peaceful way to go.
It is.
Imagine you go to hell.
Like you got the devil welcoming you,
Fuck,
welcoming you,
dude.
and he said, "All right, you can go back, but you know, if you want to come over, do some dudes would still go." But
Mark, what is the level of consciousness you think that you need for in your belief to go to heaven or to not be reincarnated? Is it just I know where I come from? Is it just I've helped a lot of people? Is it just I know the truth about the world? Is it what do you think it is?
listen, it's gonna sound crazy, it's gonna sound fucked up, but I think it's when you really don't give a fuck about this reality.
Is it ego death? Because that's what it sounds like. And I know you don't agree with that,
Yeah,
right?
Well, I've seen ego death. Well, I've heard. I had a friend that had that ego death shit.
I don't like ego at
Right.
all. But ego death is like you're gonna walk out naked. You know,
Well,
like I
ego death-
just
Right, and also ego death could, bro. You could go out kill people. You
yeah,
don't
because
care.
you have no. I don't know, bro. Because is your ego tied to your morals? I don't know. Your ego sounds like that's the
Yes, it
motherfucker
is.
that sticks his chest out. Your morals is like that's more like your heart. Or like no, I shouldn't. I should help this old lady cross her. You know.
Explain ego death for the people.
Ego death is just basically when you just stop caring about yourself.
Yourself will.
Yourself, bro, because it's like only you have your ego, you
Okay,
know.
so
So if
if
you
it's-
have your ego death, you know.
If it's yourself, then you don't care about going to jail.
Very true. I see what you're getting at. I forgot what you were even like what your point was.
Well, my point was, I think for you to go to for you to ascend and not have to get reincarnated, I think you have to really not care about this spirit. Or sorry.
Oh,
about
so
this
yeah,
reality.
like I don't know if you answered it, bro, but would
not-
you
yeah,
say
not
that's
like-
ego death or no?
No, I wouldn't say
Okay.
that because
So what do
Maybe
you
it-
don't care in the sense like you're gonna live on an island?
don't care as a sense, and you're working your way to get to the spiritual world every day.
Only.
Only. You don't care about material. You don't care about having a successful life. You don't care about being homeless.
Listen to
don't
this
care about
quote.
nothing
Listen to
like
this
that.
quote, bro. This is Dr. Umar. He said, "Spirit doesn't function off of appearance and merchandise."
This shit is dead.
Yes.
This shit, and I
You're
know
not.
it sounds-
He said that, bro, because he was talking about you're not feeding this shit. You're feeding this shit by buying like
yeah,
chicken
Yeah.
wings and like a fire
Ego.
ass like car and shit like that.
that's
You
it,
know.
that's ego.
But
That's why.
you never fed like your soul.
Yeah, that's why I know I'm not. I wouldn't be ready, because I still want to have a good time. I still want to enjoy myself. I still want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
spirituality isn't tied to what you do on the earth, bro. Well, that's what I think. You're right, because
so would you
go on.
say, bro? Like, do you think like so? You don't think you get any punishment, bro, for how bad you were? If you were like Hitler, let's just get Hitler. What do you think has happened to Hitler? Or do you think regardless, like if he just knew some shit, he just send it? Or
Well,
do you think
if
that guy gets anything? That's my only thing, bro. Why I'm so tied to the heaven and hell thing, because it just makes sense. Because I'm like, ain't no fucking way you're gonna do all this shit. You're gonna go
Nothing
scot free.
happens
You
to
pay
you.
no taxes in here or the next life.
Well, clearly
Like-
Hitler would have to come back because he couldn't have been. He didn't get to. He killed a bunch of people, right?
Okay, so would you say that would be the punishment? That's why people say this is hell.
They keep come. Well, it is hell. In the scriptures, earth is hell. Earth becomes hell.
What do you mean?
Earth is Earth essentially in the Bible, and I'm assuming in the Torah. You can correct me if I'm wrong. In the once the Messiah comes back,
This shit just blows up.
the earth becomes hell. It becomes something that.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So,
Which don't you think there's some truth to it? I know it's like a reach like crazy, but this shit isn't gonna last forever, bro.
well, this
Solely
is already
based on,
ending.
huh?
It's just already ending.
But I'm talking about the planet. Like it's just gonna. That's what I believe. I'm talking about the sun, bro, because it keeps getting hotter and it gets closer, hotter, closer, hotter, closer. Eventually, it's gonna be only black people, and eventually not even them, and then.
Yeah, at that point, bro, I think we'll be able to create to just literally just blow the shit up because.
Bro, but now where would you reincarnate?
The thing is, it's not at that point. I mean,
You think you go to another planet or like?
No, I think if we're going on a timing thing, then I think at that point, bro, it'll just be about pure spirituality, man. I mean, I hope at least, you know what I'm saying, where we just go back to the straight chaos and we straight go. And when I say chaos, man, that which was before creation is what I mean by that. And creation is the physical 3-dimensional prison that we're encased in. This meat bag is not where you want to be. Even the religious scriptures talk about that. This is not something you're working towards getting into heaven, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that crazy, dude?
Yeah. They all have hints of spirit, but that's nothing. But they all have hints of these themes that are in every single different culture. They're just described a different way. They're described in a different manner because of culture, of course, right? You know, they all have hints of spirituality, but the main thing, in my personal opinion, is that the moralism thing. Even though I know I'm stuck on the moralism thing. The only reason why I'm
What do you mean you're stuck on the moralism? Like you don't have an answer for it?
No. I'm saying it sounds like I keep on talking about the moralism thing is because the moralism thing and then inclines you. You know what I just heard? You know what I just learned? Because my friend went to Japan the other day. Sorry, the other month, early this year. He asked the Japanese girl. He has a Japanese girl out there, right? He asked them, you know, do you believe in heaven? Do you believe in hell?
Oh God, this is interesting.
She said she's never heard of that in her life.
Wow. Well, remember they're like mostly they're Buddhist.
They don't have a religion.
Nah, I don't believe that. Well, I don't know about that specific girl, but China, bro. Either they're aren't they like either?
That's China. I'm talking about Japanese.
Yeah, but you're talking about this girl specifically.
Yeah.
I'm saying China mostly.
China, bro. I'm talking about Japan.
Yeah, but you mentioned a Japanese girl, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're mentioning Japan. You're saying Japan. You think like what? They're mostly atheists or agnostic?
No, well, I'll tell you what she said. Right? She said, he asked her, you know, do you believe in heaven or hell, whatever? She said, I have no clue what you're talking about. She said they're not taught any of that stuff. They just know how to be good.
But don't you think that's like Buddhist?
No.
Because they don't have an afterlife. It's just be good.
No, but the thing is, there's nothing that they specifically believe in, though. Like we're forgetting people. Maybe I know you believe this. I know a lot of people believe this, that you have an innate nature to believe in something bigger. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't have. They just simply do. They simply be humans, and they have one of the lowest crime rates in the entire world.
But I bet you they have the highest suicide. Why do you think they got that suicide force over there?
I mean, of course, but I don't think it's the highest. I doubt it's the highest.
No, not the high. I'm not saying in the world, but I bet you it's high.
Yeah, but
for atheists overall, the suicide rate is high.
True, but you also have
matter of fact, let's look at what they're doing in China. Because let's cook on them. Because they're having a genocide over the Muslims over there called the Uyghurs or whatever. They're literally killing them. So they're like, I guess they're really against religion.
Well, I don't know about that because I feel like I'm pretty sure a lot of the Chinese actually I think they're Christian. If I could be wrong, I probably am wrong.
So then,
but
so hold on, bro. So you're getting, so Japan is what?
Japan is Asia. Japan is a little island off the
But-
coast of Asia.
Okay,
Sorry, off
okay.
the
Because
coast
I
of
want to
China.
look up the Japan's like religious
Yeah, I'm sure they have a-
demographic.
Yeah, I'm
What do you
sure
think it
they
is, bro? If
have
you had
one.
to guess.
It's probably mostly Christian, if I had to guess.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
wait. No, mostly Shinto. This religion called Shinto.
Shinto. Okay.
Shinto, 79%, 66% Buddhism, other, and then the smallest one is Christianity.
Oh wow. Okay, smallest one.
So, yes, I don't even know about that's interesting, bro.
Well,
Shintoism, 70%.
I would like to know what that is.
For real.
But the girl is around our age, right? So she grew up the way that in the same timing as we did,
Hmm.
and she said they're not taught that. They're not. It's not a theme of something that they're taught.
So now, bro, so then would you say they don't have the magic then? Or like, how is it I hope you can answer this, bro. Like how is it like science and spread out and all this stuff, but it's like they don't even have anything. What's your theory? Or what's your thing?
Well, the point I was trying to make is that they have lost. Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the point I was trying to make, right, is that
It sounds like that, bro. Like Shintoism is
say?
just like believe that spiritual powers exist in the natural world. They believe that spirits called kami live in natural places such as in animals, places, stones, mountains, rivers, people, and even the dead. But they don't really believe in God.
Yeah, that
There is
sounds
no
like-
supreme deity in Shinto. The most important kami, the goddess Amaterasu Okimaki, represents the sun. These
That
spirits
sounds
and deities
crazy.
are separated into different groups. Ancestors of Japanese citizens are also considered to be kami.
That sounds
That's
exactly like
interesting.
Egyptian spirituality, African spirituality.
Yeah.
But I get to answer your question though. To answer your question, what was your question again?
This is interesting, bro. Basically, like,
Okay, do they have the magic or not? You're saying?
yeah.
Do
It
they have
just
the
sounds like
magic?
they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it sounds like they do. But the average person like me or you, if we grew up in Japan, we wouldn't know anything, and yet still, we are still good. We're still have the lowest crime rate, killing people, drugs, right? So my comparison is, we go to the States. We go
They
to
have a record
any-
high of suicides right now.
suicides.
It says the new
Right.
report leaves Japan's suicide rate at about 17.2 deaths per 10,000 people. Per 100,000 people. One of the highest
100,000?
rates, yeah. One of the highest rates in the world.
Mm.
Though still less than half the rate in Hungary.
Which Hungary is much smaller. Oh, actually, no, it's not smaller.
Hungary's where? Is that around there or no?
That's Europe. That's Europe.
Oh, okay.
My friend's from Hungary. He was born in Hungary.
Yeah,
but
what are you getting at though, bro? Like, what's what point you're trying to make?
The point I'm trying to make is
Like they
that
had nothing and they're still good.
they have nothing, yet they're still better than half the world
In what sense, though, bro?
in sense of pure harm to each other.
Oh, but do you think that's
That's
I don't know,
moralism.
Mark.
That's moralism.
Yeah, but Mark, is that more a sense? Is that more like spirituality, or that they have their resources met?
You know what? That's a very good question. You know, I like that question. That's a very good point. Actually, not really a question, but that's a very good point, man.
Because I
Here's
don't
the
know,
thing,
bro. Like honestly, and I know you kind of don't really disagree with me, bro. Like having no belief system, like makes. I'm not gonna say atheists are like immoral or anything, bro. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like they're just less happier, like, or they're just, I feel like first of all, bro, it's like life doesn't really have a purpose. For you, you even have a purpose. For you, it sounds like the purpose of life is to be conscious to the point that I don't come back to this shithole.
Yeah,
that's the purpose. It's a goal, gets you to study. You wake up, you have the ancestor thing.
Right,
the other thing you mentioned, when you have nothing, it's like you don't believe in coincidences. You don't believe. Like if we were atheists, bro, who knows if we'd have the podcast? Because we wouldn't even glorify our friendship or be like, bro, we think the same, or bro, we're like this. It'd be like,
right.
you know,
right. And I get where you're coming from, right? and I can't disagree there, right? Really,
Yep.
I can't. But my thing is, I guess what I'm really coming at is,
Yeah.
do you need a book to be good? Do you need a book?
No, bro.
To be
I don't think so. I'm 50-50 with it, bro.
because
Honestly.
and to answer your question with the resources thing, Europe has bro. Listen, people don't really know. There are a lot of places in Europe that are fucking disgusting. I mean, poverty is absolutely awful. People see all these great, pictures and videos of Europe. There are places that are disgusting. Okay, they still don't really have the crime like that. So even
I
when
don't know. We gotta look
resources,
at the whole world, bro.
right,
Like
right, right,
now, because the crime
but
right now, I feel like it's kind of shitty to talk about crime now because the whole world is burning.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
everywhere we
but
look is
it's,
the
it's, it's,
crime's gonna be
it's
crazy.
not so black and white because, of course, we know resources when his resources are low, people
Oh,
get crazy. We know this.
um, they could, of course, but I mean, look at America, bro. When we talked about this, when they was handing out the stimulus, we had the lowest crime rate here, and
Right,
it's America. We're a
right,
mixture of a
exactly.
bunch of shit.
Which is what a point. Which is I agree with your point. At the same time, it's not so black and white because we've seen things. You know what I'm saying? Like there's examples, right? There's examples. So I think
Yeah, bro.
there's
So what do you think? I don't. It's just so, bro. It's so objective and subjective at the same time, and it's like so much research has to be done to why the fuck certain people are fucked up. Sometimes it's just genetics, bro. We've talked about it, bro. People grow up like rich parents, and their kid ends up being like a serial killer.
right. Yeah.
He got love, had the money.
Totally.
It's just something genetically in them, or just something. So, what was I just gonna say? I was gonna talk about
Yeah, something is missing, man.
Mark,
Something is
well,
missing.
because you were talking about the book. Yeah, like I agree to an extent. I mean, bro, I mean, you already know what bro. I don't believe like Islam came with the Quran or Muhammad was like, this is Islam. Welcome to Islam in the year 600. No, like I told you, any religion or any person that like
Believes in God.
yeah
Like Muslim.
submitted, because Islam means the one who submitted themselves to
Right.
God. If you
Right.
do that, you're good. You know, before it came in different revelations. You know, it's like being like, oh, there was no Muslims during the time of Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like they all literally prayed to
Right.
God through
Yeah.
Jesus. But
Right. And
what
I
I'm
don't.
getting at, bro, is like the
Hmm.
book or whatever, because like you're saying they don't need a book for this and that. But like, let's say the Quran teaches you about don't drink a lot, don't get into interest, don't gamble.
What's interest? What's interest?
Like banking interest, bro. Like we don't
Right.
pay riba, bro. I declined a job based off of that the other day.
Really?
I had a job offer. Yeah, it was on Zoom and everything. And once I found out that they were with interest, I was like, I don't
Wait,
do
what the
with
fuck does
interest.
that mean? What? How do you get interest? What do you mean?
It was a job, bro. Basically, I met him through my dad or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, give me your email. I'm gonna send you a Zoom call or whatever tomorrow." Because I made a joke. I was like, "Oh, dude, you got money. What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, you want an opportunity?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And I kept asking him, I'm like, "Dude, what is this?" And he was like, "Oh, I just know you'll be interested."
Red
So I'm
flag.
like,
Red
"Fuck it."
flag. Red flag.
Yeah. But he seemed like a cool guy. I was like an older guy, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we get on a Zoom call, and it's him and this other another guy, and basically the company was about like you're basically like you give someone financial advice
Oh.
and yeah, just advice, basically being an advisor for someone, and it's like you get paid through like insurance premiums or just being
Oh
like
yeah.
investor this. And at first I was just getting at, and they were looking at me funny because I was like, okay, but how does this help the people? That's what I care about. What are we helping? Because it was talking about educating, and I'm like, okay, but how are we educating the people? And they just kept leaning towards like the money. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then when they told me, okay, this is how we make money off of interest, and they gave me this big thing, and I was like, that's a hell.
Yeah,
I just immediately was like,
okay.
yeah, I'm sorry, guys, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's because, bro, like
Right.
we're taught, like I think in the Hadith, there's a story where Muhammad's like, interest basically makes the poor poorer and the rich richer. So it's like we're just not supposed to partake in. So things like that, it's like I wouldn't have known if maybe I read the Quran or whatever. I'm not gonna say what everything, you know. I'm never really gonna say, bro, like this is like.
Yeah, and I don't want to make. Well, maybe you don't know, but I'm not trying to say, yo, throw the shit away. I'm not saying that, and I won't say that with the Bible, even though the Bible's fuckery. I won't say it with the
Torah,
Torah, right?
Yeah.
My thing, I guess what I
what I'm getting at, bro, is like there's like new knowledge. I guess you could gain from the Quran.
You learn. That's normal. You learn things, right?
Yes, in a way they could like better your life. Because I feel like you're kind of getting at like, oh, it's outdated, like it's all Indian. But it's you could probably get something from it that you would have never.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. But let me. What I was gonna say was I don't want. Again, my point is that It's a matter of understanding.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
right. That's all it is. Understanding things, not to just, in my opinion, the following is where people start to waver away from the real spirituality. That's where
Because it closes off like a lot of
it
stuff.
closes off a lot, because once you follow one specific system, everything else that may have truth, say nope, I'm not fucking with it.
So, bro,
That's my thing.
where do you think where do you think the Egyptians got their game from? Like all their stuff? Because if it's spread out everywhere, it definitely wasn't like that back then. I know they weren't like, let's go to like Jamaica and then let's go to Africa. Like they were born
Right.
with it, or something was given to them. My theory is, and I want to see what you have to say about this. I think it was knowledge given to them by Thoth or the Anunnaki.
Mhm. Yeah, man, I want to learn more about the Anunnaki, man.
Because the Anunnaki, what the story is like, right? Weren't they? They just mated with either like some civilization here, or they shared a bunch of knowledge, right? The Anunnaki, and then they left.
Yeah, bunch of technology and
Yeah, so that's what I feel like. I
Mhm.
mean, when you see pictures of them, it just looks like literally like the Ubaid people, bro. That I told you about, like the lizard people
Yeah.
from Egypt or whatever that we don't
Yeah.
know about. I feel like there was a connection, like they mated something like that. That's how they got all that advancement. That's why they had still arms, but like this
Yeah.
was like weird.
Right.
And then since they're so advanced, like this all this shit at the end of the day is science. Even being in a UFO and flying around,
Right.
it's
Right.
not like, oh, we got a special battery. No, they just had good metal, good iron. Like, you know about the that guy, bro, that Area 51 was trying to get. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch of times.
Snowden.
No. That's the oh, they're spying on this guy. I'm talking about the guy who worked there, and they arrested everything about him. Oh, you have to watch him, bro.
Send
But
that,
he's
bro.
yeah, bro. He saw. I know the people know what I'm talking about, bro. Like I forgot. I can't believe I forgot his name. But he said he saw like that they had an element that it's like we don't know about, and he was talking about
Oh.
magnets and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm getting at, bro, I feel like it's like the Anunnaki just had that advanced science and all that
Right.
stuff, and they shared it with the
bro.
people,
Yeah.
and then you know,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it could be, bro. Right? I mean,
because the Anunnaki, they definitely had something to do with
there's
it.
something they have.
There's
I mean,
something.
there's.
And then I
they're in
feel like
history,
maybe they
man.
had a hand in maybe it's something with the Emerald Tablets or something. Because
Yeah.
it also it's like,
Wait,
bro, if Thoth
wow.
was so advanced, why would he need the Emerald Tablets?
Yeah.
You know, because he had an instruction manual basically. So it's like, who is this person? What is this thing? That's like,
Well, maybe.
you know,
Yeah, no, but maybe it was purely based on to allow us to get the shit now when we forgot who the hell we were. But
very true.
what,
But this shit ain't working because some people were like, we always say there's people debating is even the Medu Neter deciphered or not.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
which is my which is what I always think about, bro. When I think about your stuff, I'm like, if thinking about it from the perspective of the ancestors or like the gods or whatever, I'm like, if you want these people your people to be helped, how like it's not easy right now. Like it's like
Well,
you would feel like it would be like everlasting or you know.
Well, okay, yes, but you got to realize, right? We're comparing religions that are less sub 2,000 years old versus things and ideas.
Very true.
50,000 to 100,000 to a million years old type shit. And this is just the fragments we're getting on, right? So
very true.
Right,
but do you still don't think it should be a remainder though? Like a good chunk of it, since it's like stuff that it's science is like something that's just reality, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, how do you think, bro? What is your theory, bro, on like why the knowledge is lost? Like, I'm pretty sure there was teachers through generations, but then what the fuck happened?
The same reason why I don't know what happened to my great grandfather, because genocides happen, millions and millions of people get killed, spirituality gets cut. You know what I'm saying?
So, but do you think like why do you think we don't know about like a genocide that happened in like ancient Egypt?
Well, okay, well, number one, right? This at the Egyptian age, bro, there was a time where there were just black people. So a lot of this shit, bro, was just family feuding. When they had war, it was just, but you know what I'm saying? It's just family feud, tribal shit. You know what
So
I'm
then
saying?
how could you still stand on, bro, like, oh, we're just here for peace or whatever?
What do you mean?
Which
by
I
that?
would like you're saying like, oh, innately we just want like peace or black people because you usually say.
Well, I just say that. But no, what I mean by that is by nature, you want to see things be smooth. Right?
Yes.
Right. Or see,
And because I believe what even if you don't got to answer,
Yeah.
I still believe, bro. We're
Yeah.
born pure, born
Yeah,
good. We're not born with sin or born with badness.
we
None of
don't
that.
want to just go kill people. We might want to
No.
fuck a lot. We might want to do things that we may right now
Things
because
that are like
loyalty
heated,
things.
things that are like hedonistic.
Yeah, see, that's look, everything that the Bible tells you not to do, you should be doing, except killing, right?
I don't know,
But
bro. I
none
mean,
of it-
because
look,
there's everything should be with
slavery, except all that shit, right? But
No,
what I
no,
mean
no,
by
no, no. What I'm getting at is everything should be in moderation. Like drink, don't fucking get drunk, or don't
true,
gamble all your money,
but also
things like that.
yeah, but okay, true. But a lot of things, bro, like the having sex thing, like women are so subjugated
Like
and thrown down.
out of wedlock and shit.
Bro, there's magic in sex, bro. You know sex magic, the tantras, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But
that's something else we got to talk about too.
yeah, bro, sexual kung fu, man. Sexual kung fu is real because why are all these Abrahamic religions, bro? They always tell you the woman is bad. They always say the woman shouldn't be, even though there are things that are true, because number one, the barca, where the woman is fully covered, but that didn't.
I mean, even the Virgin Mary had that,
Yeah,
she was covered. She had the hijab.
because they knew that even the smell of a man actually could change the DNA of the baby of her. That's how sensitive they are. Even back then, bro, a woman. This is what I've heard: is a woman could ovulate just from the smell of another man.
It's fucking retarded.
Because
I don't know if I believe that. That sounds crazy,
they used to be so sensitive. Remember now, the women didn't always used to have periods.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And when the white man got here, they said, "Why the hell do your women not have periods?" And I think they did something to them.
Bro, it's because Craig was talking about this on an old podcast. I think it's the dieting. Because he was talking about, bro, how back in the day he was looking at the periods. I think in like 102 years from now, and they were like, they didn't have as much as women do have now. I think it's periods. Yeah. So I personally think it's the dieting, the food.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes,
we're just giving poison.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Before the white man, we were out here chilling. Ain't
that's fucking
no bleeding.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. But
damn,
we got to get into these topics a little bit. Should we over the hour now? So we'll get back into that thing, man.
Man.
More episodes coming through because we get the different schedule now. So
yes, sir. Oh yeah. Pumped about that. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll try to do Wednesday we'll talk about it later, bro.
Yeah. Putting everything out there. Yeah. The password is
all right.
All right, people. Thanks for watching.
Hell yeah, man. Ism Podcast, man. Like and subscribe for more content, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Provide the leadership to the people's revolution so he can take this country and change it. Turn it upside down and put the last first and the first last. Not only for black people, but for all people.